All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're continuing with the Ace Combat 6 multiplayer grind. Today, just keeping it going. I don't know why I said that like there was about to be something new. We're just keeping her going. I don't know what that was. My bad. As of the start of today, we are sitting with a more than respectable, I think, 61.59% completion. I think it's pretty good. Looking pretty good to me. I also added a little cell that calculates out how many wins are left, like just the literal number of matches I still need to win across all three modes combined. It's 116. It's 116. Which actually, now that I think about it, we can pretty solidly quantify. Okay, maybe not. That is assuming I win every match. I was gonna say I can quantify like roughly how many hours that should take from now until then. And it came out to be like 20 more hours, which would be like 7 streams. That's maybe a little optimistic, but yeah, because I won't win every match. I don't even know like what my win rate would be for these. I would say I maybe win like 60-ish% of my matches. I would say that's a reasonable estimate. I really don't know what my win rate would be though. I would say 60-ish%. Probably about right. Take a look at past streams. Yeah, collect the data. I'm typhooning it. I am. I'm typhooning it. Sounds about right. I'd say 60% win rate is about right. What you got there? Oh, you know, there's a little tropical vibe Celsius, as they call it. What is this one? Like, actually, it's starfruit and pineapple flavor. It's good. It's a good one. Looking forward to what you think of Infinite Wealth. I have no idea how I'm going to feel about Infinite Wealth. As of having played Yakuza 7 now. What percentage are we at? I kissed the end of last stream. Good for you. 61.5%. And we got a 2v1 to start us off. Oh, I was gonna say, at least he has the ESM, but I also have the ESM. Oh no. My power went out and there was a tornado warning. Bro, we had a huge storm roll through for all of like 10 minutes earlier. It is Plain Day Part 2. Reminder, I'm going away for the weekend. I'm spending the weekend at Falses, so Plain Day Part 2 for the send-off until Monday. I will be back Monday. What Yakuza game are you most excited to play now that I haven't played yet? Probably, I don't know. It's a weird lineup beyond where I'm at now. Like, pretty much after Judgment, the remaining list of games got really weird. I don't know, man. I would say, like, Lost Judgment. I enjoyed Judgment a good bit. So Lost Judgment, probably Gaiden, because Kiryu. Probably Ishin Kiwami, because I love Ishin. Although I've heard Ishin Kiwami is like a very noticeable downgrade from original Ishin, but we'll see. I would believe it. I played the other Kiwamis, so I would believe that it's a downgrade, but we'll see when I get there. How the fuck did that hit? What did I just watch? James, I don't know what happened there, okay? But let it be known, you absolutely got screwed. I don't know how that just happened. That hit right there. That was one of mine. Like, if that was one of Valentine's, he's running qualms. It didn't hit? It did. I got a hit right before he crashed. I don't know what that was. That was a standard missile or an XLAA. Neither of them should have done that. Neither of them should have done that. That was like the craziest curve around bullshit I've ever seen from something that's not qualms. Yeah, it didn't count as a kill because he did hit the ground after, but I did get a hit, and it was wild. I'm in the clouds. I can't see a fucking thing. I was going old school cockpit mode. You know what's funny is I never fly like this. I never fly in like actual first person view in these games. Ever. Like cockpit sometimes. Third person usually. First person never. Never this perspective ever. This is the old school style. Missile was evaded. Brings me back to air combat. Because air combat had both, but like, sorry, it had both first person and third person, I mean. But third person in air combat is terrible. Like, it's maybe the only Ace Combat game where there's like an objective, better viewpoint to play in. Because, what's that? Like, none of the HUD elements are present in third person. Like here, where you can still see like all of my, you know, remaining time for the mission, how much ammo I have, my altitude, my speed, like those HUD elements just aren't present in third person in air combat. So you can fly in third person, but you get zero information that you would actually realistically need for your mission. I pretty much always play air combat in first person just because of that. I loved Gaiden. I hear a lot of bad things about Gaiden. But even just like, especially after playing one of the turn-based games, just because I didn't really gel with it, like the idea of not only playing as Kiryu again, but playing as Kiryu again, like, in a brawler, it sounds very appealing for me. And no, I'm not gonna save you. You said it was easy. You did this to yourself. Damn. Okay, this is just brutal. This is rough, man. I haven't played Judgment or 8 yet. Why no Judgment? Like either of them? Or did you play Lost Judgment? But you mean both of them, don't you? Douglas, thank you for the 12 months. Appreciate it. That's almost a year. Oh. I didn't even see that missile. AC 2 days in a row. Are you okay? They told me I couldn't finish it before Ace Combat 8 came out. And I am nothing if not spiteful. All special weapons used. Oh, I played them all when it was on Game Pass, but they didn't have Judgment. Okay. I see. We gotta have a mercy button, because this is not PG. This is a slaughter fest right here. Especially with Valentine in the flanker. I waited till after 8 to play Judgment. It's fine. Yeah, but like, of all things, Judgment? All the things to have not played Judgment? To be fair, oh, yeah. I was gonna say, like, Judgment wasn't my favorite, which it wasn't. I was gonna be like, it's not that great, like, it's a little overrated. I do think it's a little overrated. But I weirdly, like, I feel like everyone always says that Judgment 1's combat is awful, but its story is, like, amazing. And I felt more like the combat, aside from like a couple issues, was really, really good. Balance was kind of the biggest issue. Like, what the fuck was that balancing? Flux Fisher, am I right? And the story was good, like, in the second half, but it's so slow for the first half. Like, so slow. Once it gets going, the second half kicks ass. But that first half of Judgment 1 is crazy slow. Like, the first, like, 15, 20 hours of the main story are a whole lot of, like, up and down. It really... It has moments that are, like, fun and or hype, but then it slows down a lot. And it's kind of just because it's like a mystery, so the story can't be like amazing until all of the pieces and the setup are all there. But yeah, that first half was slow as fuck. I don't see all that much Judgment 1 glaze compared to Lost Judgment. Yeah, I see more Lost Judgment glaze for sure. But like I was saying, I always hear that the combat in Judgment 1 sucks, but like everything else is great. And I felt like the combat was great, and everything else was, like, pretty good. I wouldn't say, like, amazing. Like, Judgment was kind of a game that was, like, really good. Just on the whole, but never, like, amazing for me. Isn't 12 months exactly a year? That's almost a year is a running bit of falses that I sometimes say without thinking about it. I think it was because someone in her chat once said, like, when they did like their 12-month sub or something, and I think someone said one time, that's almost a year, like on their 12 months, and it kind of just stuck and became like a running bit. What would you change in Yakuza 7's combat to make it compelling? I would make it not turn-based. I'm kidding. I'm so you didn't add the other than fundamentally changing it quickly enough, so I couldn't help myself. Make it like 8s. See, I don't have the context for 8s. Just more like options that are actually interesting outside of like ideal big damage or I heal myself. Because it's kind of the entire game. And like all of those environmental things are so cool. Like if you knock someone into a bush, they start bleeding always. It's like a guarantee. If you knock someone into like an electric sign, they'll get electrocuted by it and get paralyzed from that. It's a guarantee. But there's no way to control your positioning or like your movement or anything. So like they have all these really cool mechanics already in there, but no way to like reliably make use of them, which was so bizarre to me. Oh my God, RCL storm. Oh. He must have pulled away and only one of them hit me.
Careful now, they're tracking you on radar.
Oh my God.
Shot down.
Shit. I thought I could make it through. Blue style felt especially useless. Yeah, that was like the balancing thing, right? Like Crane is good at like the start of the game and is kind of good by default because it's good for crowd control, but it's never amazing.
Watch out, the enemy has a long
Because they literally have no upgrades for it. Like, legitimately no upgrades. Yeah, I have the no swearing going. I haven't sworn. Have I? Sworn? Sworn. It sounds odd to say in regards to, like, speaking curse words. Weirdly. Sworn. But that is the past tense.
fired.
Sweared. I've not sweared. Well, I'll hit the ad break whenever I die here.
Warning, incoming missile.
We're flying the Ace Combat 8 plane. Wings of plane.
Fox 2.
Killed by the flak gun. It is crazy that we just found out so late that you can actually fly through it. There's your ad break. You're welcome.
Alpha 1, engage.
Caveman is not something that any of you should have the privilege of using. Chole thinks. What have you all done to deserve such a command? But yeah, the balance thing with Judgment, when Chole says that, is Crane style is useless past like the first few chapters, basically, because you can't upgrade it. There's no scalability. And then Flux Fisher exists.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Which, granted, I don't know if Tibby would have spammed Flux Fisher as hard. Because I know Tibby... Because Chole knows that Tibby tends to play on the easier difficulty just to make the story more enjoyable.
Warning, incoming missile.
But Chole flux fissured through the entire second half of the game. Like, just constant, like, boom. It was the way. It was absolutely the move.
Missile struck target.
We take those.
Lock on. Shut down.
Come on. Oh my.
Alpha 1, engage
Played
the
on
enemy.
normal since Yakuza 5. Oh. Chole thought you were still playing on easy, or whatever the easy equivalent is. Because Chole thinks they changed the difficulty names a good bit. Maybe not. Because Chole says that, but then Chole feels crazy. Maybe not.
Fired. Shut down.
Only good when you use the superheat mode or whatever. Oh yeah, EX boost.
Alpha 1, engage
I like to try to
the
spam
enemy.
Tiger Drop instead. Tiger Drop was more fun, but Flux Fisher was ridiculous. Like, at least the bosses, after you used it like once or twice, would start to
Missile was evaded.
dodge it like consistently.
Shut down.
But even then, that move is just so ridiculously overtuned. And especially
Alpha 1,
with it
engage
being
the enemy.
specific to one style, and then the other style doesn't even get any upgrades. Like, I don't... Chole doesn't know what the thought process was there. Like, what sort of game designer put that all together and was like, yeah, this is good.
Missile evaded.
This works. Crane feels as valuable as Tiger.
Shut
Yep,
down.
definitely.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
How can you talk about cover artwork? Chole doesn't really know. You ever talk about extracts in Judgment? No. Chole forgot to mention extracts, which is actually fitting because Chole kind of forgot they existed until just now as well. Hey! Oh. Okay, there was more. You need 1,000 enemies defeated in each style? Jeez. I mean, it's doable. Certainly.
Fired. We have radar lock on.
We're just gonna...
Crashed.
91%. I never used them either until the Amon fight. They're just kind of there. And they're so...
Missile
So...
was evaded.
difficult. Like, you have to go so far out of your way to get them, is what Chole is trying to say. Oh. Just sitting here like, where is he? Where's this guy?
Enemy kill confirmed. Shut down.
Aye. They're not easy to obtain and they're very situational.
Alpha
Exactly.
1, engage the enemy.
Although Chole did use, like right when it does the little tutorial for it, it gives you like 2 or 3 of the ones that just boost your XP gain for a short time. Chole popped those. Oh wait, Caveman just ended. It's the no swearing that's still going. My ringer is not on my phone,
Stage
clearly.
complete. All aircraft return to base.
No swearing also just ended.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
I got unlimited of them for free. What? Unlimited, wait, unlimited what for free? Like just any extract? Or is it a specific one? True Wings of Thief is the Sams we traded. Hey, there were maybe some intentional trades in there. Just because, you know, if we took the trade, you know, I kept my advantage. My point advantage. That maybe happened a bit. Oops. Let's get one of these done. All of the extracts? I don't think that's just a Steam version thing. I definitely did not have that. Each one has an infinite, but with a cooldown. Going to Steam while these two get into the lobby, because what? Store page, perhaps? There's no DLC on the... Is it something that you have to, like, activate that maybe just I didn't have activated? There's no DLC or anything? What the hell are you guys talking about? Like, seriously, what? Because I definitely remember... what's it? Running out of the extracts. Like, using them all and then just being like, all right, well, I'm out. So now I'm probably not going to use these again. And I didn't. I really didn't. I totally forgot about them after.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Why'd you join the lobby then? Hey, he'll float, alright? Don't worry about it.
All planes, assume attack formation.
I got the Judgment and Lost Judgment bundle, and I got it. That's the bundle that I think I bought, too. I think when I bought them all on Steam, like in one go, I got like the Numbered Games bundle, the Judgment bundle, and then I think they have one that literally... Bitch. I think they have one that's just like the others. That if I remember right was like Ishin Kiwami, Gaiden. I swear there was like another bundle that was kind of like the miscellaneous games. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm imagining that.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Oh, 7, 8, and Gaiden bundle? That might be what I'm remembering then.
Enemy plane down.
I may be remembering that. I just recently bought Pirate Yakuza and Kiwami 3 when they had the Sega sale, like, last week. I finally picked up my copies of those. Because I kind of randomly was like, oh, I'm not, like, terribly far from getting to the end of this series. I should probably keep an eye out for a sale. And so I opened Steam to look, and sure enough, there was a sale, like, when I looked.
Shut down.
Bitch. Oh, it's just 7 and 8.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy. Alpha 2, Fox 2. Alpha 2's been shot down.
I was gonna say, what? I didn't know James was playing. Oh, you bitch. Oh, you bitch.
Shut down.
Shouldn't have bought it yet. I bet they probably won't go on sale again by the time I get to them.
Engage the enemy.
I'll delay my food. Not burned out on Yakuza. He's a true machine. You know, it's interesting because I'm not burned out on Yakuza, but I'm genuinely experiencing, for the first time, like, I normally, when I come in with like a fresh perspective, you'll hear people say stuff like this, but then you won't really experience it. I am certainly experiencing firsthand a general decline in quality as I get into the newer games. I would say, like, after Zero, there's been a noticeable step down. Like, pretty much Kiwami 1 and on. And, like, every game has stuff that it's, or things that it's, like, good at. Like, every game has strengths still. But the general, like, average quality per entry has certainly
Anti-aircraft gun destroyed.
felt like it's decreased compared to, like, the run of Yakuza 1 through 5 with Kenzan in there, with both of the Kurohyou games in there, with, like, that era was kind of like Yakuza was doing something new with every game, and it all kicked ass.
Engage the enemy.
And I feel like now I'm in the era of, like, every game is doing something new, but to very mixed results.
Alpha 2 to launch.
Which is interesting.
Alpha 2's been shot down.
And, like, it's not burnout, because I go back and play even, like, Yakuza 2, and I fucking love Yakuza 2. I have a blast playing Yakuza 2 every time. Because, like, you would kind of think maybe it is just fatigue on the series, but, like, I go back and play the older games for stream, and they're still a blast. Like, I have more fun with those than I do with
Crashed.
pretty much most things that came out after Zero.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Homogenous somehow, less special. No, it's like they all try to change things up, but, like, it never really feels like it lands the same way. Like, back in the day, they did change things up pretty much all the time, but I feel like they generally pulled it off. I don't really know what happened, to be real. Like, I don't even really know how to
Alpha 1.
quantify it, like trying to explain it now. But it was a, or it has been, like, a noticeable shift post Yakuza 0. And even 0, in some ways, mostly, like, story-wise, I started to feel a little more like, this is not wowing me the same way. But I think 0 still, like, gameplay-wise, was up there.
Operation Alpha
Was, like,
underway.
consistent with the prior games, I mean.
Another airspace.
Really, my issues with 0 were mostly the story. The gameplay was, whoa, the gameplay was pretty good, actually. The more that I think back on 0, the more I'm like, okay, and there was this, and there was that. The more that I think about it. 0 may have actually been the start of it, and not the last before it, now that I'm thinking about it. 0 may have been the first one where I was like, okay, we did a lot of new things here that really did not land. It's that damn heat. Bro, let me tell ya.
Alpha 2's been shot
Let me
down.
fucking tell ya.
Operation Bravo.
Worst mechanical change that they just refuse to back off of for whatever fucking reason is extreme heat. and like every other variation of it. Like they changed the name of it for different games, but Extreme Heat, dog shit mechanic. Genuinely, like actually, and it keeps coming back every single game. Like ever since Yakuza 6, every brawler game since has had it. I don't know why. Fuck's sake. Didn't you like Majima's story? Yeah, Majima's story was a lot better than Kiryu's. It almost feels like they just wanted to make a Majima prequel. And like Kiryu had to be there out of obligation. Genuine, because like they did so much with Majima narratively in that game and did absolutely nothing narratively with Kiryu in that game. It's so strange. Like it kind of does come off as they wanted to do a Majima game, but like we're maybe unsure if a whole Majima prequel on its own would be enough. Because this was before they really did entries without Kiryu, right? Back when they would have made Zero.
Enemy forces are hanging on by a thread.
And even now where they're willing to do games without him, like they've still brought him back a couple times since moving away from him as the like main character.
Stage complete. All aircraft return to base.
I remember not using Extreme Heat at all in Kiwami 2 until the final boss, and I just melted Ryuji's health bar.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Extreme
Enemy
Heat.
forces are approaching the city.
The thing is, like, I played Yakuza 6 and didn't use it a lot, right? And so I kind of went through that curve before Kiwami 2, and then when I started playing Kiwami 2, it unlocks a little into the game, if I remember right. Like, it unlocks in, like, Chapter 2 or 3, instead of being there right from the start in Kiwami 2. I could be misremembering, but I think that's the case. And as soon as they handed it to me, I'm like, yep, here goes the balance. Because I had, like, actual heat gauge. Yakuza 6, it was kind of balanced out by having, like, the shitty heat orb system that game used instead. Kiwami 2 went back to the old heat gauge, which is better, but also not designed for the extreme heat mechanic to coexist with it. Like, the heat orbs, looking back on it, I think probably were specifically made for that mechanic. And then also, I don't think I made this observation in the Judgment video, because I think I realized this after the fact, like after I made my video and everything. But the EX gauge in Judgment 1 is just the heat orb system from Yakuza 6. Like, exactly. It's like 6 preset bars that they fill. The the extreme heat, whatever mechanic, fits with it perfectly. It doesn't feel broken as fuck like it did in Kiwami. Like, the Judgment EX gauge is actually just a reskinned Yakuza 6 heat orb system. And I never realized it until, like, after I finished that video, that functionally they're identical. Aside from Judgment giving you 6 right from the start, instead of making you earn half of them. Aside from that, they're the exact same system. Which is maybe why it felt better in Judgment than it did in Kiwami 2. I think it probably is. Kiwami 2, it was so busted. Like, every boss in that game, I got into it. Extreme heat. Square, triangle, mash. Half their health bar. Or a full health bar, gone. Every time. If you've never played this game, you have no idea what I'm saying. But if you have, you know exactly what I'm saying. The, like, super powered finishers when you mash the button on them in extreme heat that deal as much damage as a heat action. Bad idea. Bad idea. What was the last good one? I mean, I still think they're good. I think they have just been, like, on a decline. even from what I've played, and people typically say that the real bad decline is like right about where I'm getting to now, which has me a little worried, for sure. Like, I typically hear people say that it really started to decline in quality after Lost Judgment. So I'm just about getting to the point where people typically say the series declined, and I've already felt the declining happening. So I'm a little worried going into like Ishin Kiwami is just Ishin. So I'm not too worried about that. I love Ishin, even if they fuck with some systems and stuff, to my understanding. I've heard that they did. I'm pretty sure like the story and the content is pretty much the same, weirdly, in Ishin Kiwami. So I'm not too worried about that, but then like Gaiden, Pirate Yakuza, Kiwami 3, I'm a little worried going into those. I'm a little like, oh boy, what am I getting myself into?
Shut down.
And I think that what doesn't help with feeling that decline in the later games is the scale of like your average Yakuza game.
Engage the enemy.
Like when I play these games for the videos, I normally spend like an entire week straight doing pretty much nothing but playing the game. Sometimes more than a week. Yakuza 7 took me more than a week to play through. It was like a week and a half of every waking moment that I wasn't like pissing or shitting or streaming. I was playing Yakuza 7. Which definitely doesn't help. Because like if I'm not really clicking with the game, that game is pretty much my existence for like a week. Because they're just so long, right? And so it's a bad combo. Yeah, like if I don't click with Infinite Wealth, I'm probably gonna fucking hate it. Just from that experience of like, it'll probably take me like 2 weeks to play through that game. Even doing it the way I do, where like I do nothing but play it from start to finish. And I don't like try to rush through the game in terms of content. Like I take my time with the content, but I try to get through the games quickly in terms of like, you know, I will spend all day, every day playing so that I can get it done in a reasonable amount of days while still digging deep into them. So yeah, if I don't get on well with Infinite Wealth, it's probably going to be a rant video. Same with, like, at least with Gaiden. I don't know how long Lost Judgment is supposed to be, actually. But at least with, like, Gaiden and Pirate Yakuza, I know that those games are shorter. Kiwami 3, I think, is also shorter. Not, like, Gaiden short or Pirate Yakuza short, but, like, shorter than your average mainline Yakuza game. I think Kiwami 3 is probably going to be like a 30-ish hour game, if I were to estimate. I think it's on the shorter side.
Shut down.
But I think like every Yakuza game is good. Like even I would say Yakuza 7 was good. I don't think Yakuza 7 is my thing.
Alpha 2's been shut down.
Like I really did not find myself personally enjoying a whole lot of 7. But like I think it's a good game. I don't think it's for me. I don't think I'm the target audience, right? The last one that I like really enjoyed personally was Judgment. I still really enjoyed Judgment. Actually, I feel like Judgment was the best game in a minute. I probably enjoyed Judgment more than like anything else since Yakuza 0/Kiwami 1.
Alpha 1, engage
That's probably true. I don't know. I enjoyed Kiwami 2, actually. I keep forgetting that, like, I actually enjoyed Kiwami 2, like, way more than Yakuza 6. Because in my head, I keep kind of bundling them together, where I'm like, oh yeah, there's Yakuza 6, and then there's Yakuza 6, but it's Yakuza 2. But I remember, like, and that's true, but I remember enjoying Kiwami 2 way more, because, like, it's Yakuza 2's story. Sotenbori is there. The side content's better. The combat's a lot better. I probably enjoyed Judgment the most of the Dragon Engine games I've played so far. I do think I enjoyed it more than Kiwami 2. I don't know. Kiwami 2 was just fun. Even though the combat balance was broken because they made Kiryu insane in that game. Food time proper this time? Yeah, go for it. We got him. It's hard to say because, like, I want to sit here and be like, oh yeah, Judgment was the first really good game in so long. But, like, hold on, let me go look just to get the release order right in my head. Yeah, there's only 3 games of separation between Kiwami 2 and Judgment. To be fair, one of those games was long and one of them was a slog, so maybe that's why in my head I was like, this is more fun than I've had with the series in a minute. Because, like, there's only 2 games in between them, but those 2 games are Fist of the North Star, which is like fun, crazy anime shit, but not a very well-made game, to be totally honest. And then RGG Online, the gacha game, which was, yeah. Was this being played on 360? Backwards compatibility, but on console, yeah. It is the 360 version. It's off of a 360 disc on an Xbox, so it's close enough. ER3. It's funny looking at, like, it feels like there's so much more separation between the Yakuza games than there is, purely because they're so long. Like, I look back at it, and I kind of have these crazy moments where I'm like, man, 5, Ishin, and 0 came out, like, back to back to back. Like, literally, it was 5, then Ishin, then 0. Like, that's the thing I'm talking about with, like, the general decline in quality. Okay, he's running a flanker. Maybe not. Is the F2? I thought so. Like, 5, Ishin, and 0 all coming out back to back. All, like, within a year of each other, for the most part. No, I think 5 came out 2012, and then there was like a 2-year gap until Ishin. I think Ishin was 2014, and then Yakuza 0 was 2015. But, like, point being, they did those games 3 in a row within the span of 4 years, and they're all amazing. Like, all 3 of those games I loved. But now, like, in the era that I'm in, it's more like, okay, you know, we get, like, Fist of the North Star. I won't count the gacha game, even though I did play it, but, like, RGG themselves didn't develop it. So it's like, you know, I get Fist of the North Star into Judgment, which is good but has issues, into Yakuza 7, which isn't really my thing. Like, it starts to vary a lot more in, like, the Dragon Engine era for me, whereas before the Dragon Engine era, it really was, like, just consistent bangers, releasing rapid fire, like, pretty much once a year they were putting out some crazy shit. Oh my god. I didn't like Tendo, and that Master of Disguise guy was just stupid, and the pacing was so rough at the beginning. Bro, the pacing at the beginning was fucking brutal.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
He crashed. The pacing at the beginning of Yakuza 7 is pretty awful.
Warning, incoming missile.
Like, the first couple chapters are great. Well, I have a couple issues with the first 2 chapters of Yakuza 7, but like, they are issues that if I had not played RGG Online, I would not have. Which is also a weird part of my feelings towards Yakuza 7 that like no one else is really going to have, for the most part. There are other people out there crazy enough to have played both, I'm sure. But, like, for the most part, no one is really going to be talking about the story differences and like improvements and downgrades of Yakuza 7 compared to RGG Online. No one else bothers to play the gacha game. For good reason, probably. It's not a very good game. The story was the best part of RGG Online. To the point where, like I've said before, I'm tempted to at least do like the main story of RGG Online on stream. And honestly, the main things holding me back are the fact that that game has a stamina system. And the fact that there's no like English translation for it either. Like, I can't mod it just to have it easily readable on stream for you guys. Otherwise, I would be very tempted to cover that story material for the streams just so that more people could see it and be like, oh, this is like a really neat alternate version of Yakuza 7 that in some ways did parts of it a lot better. I think on the whole, Yakuza 7 story was better. I think I said that in the video. But like, there are parts of RGG Online that legitimately were a lot better than the way Yakuza 7 handled them. Do it at the start of each stream. Oh my god, with the stamina system? Bro, if I saved RGG Online until right before 7, because I think Judgment came out in between, right? If I'm not misremembering. Am I misremembering? No, that's right. Yeah, it's RGG Online, then Judgment, then 7.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Imagine when I get to 7, if I would like start the stream playing RGG Online's main story, like until I run out of stamina and just can't anymore for like a few hours. And then we hop over to 7. That would be crazy. You think then 7 is a better game overall? I wouldn't go as far as to say that. But I think like that still is sort of like, there are things that 6 does way better than 7 does, but then there are things that 7 does way better than 6.
Missile evaded. Shut down.
Whoa, okay. I think even putting combat aside, I enjoyed 6 more, like on a personal level.
Engage the enemy.
I think 6 was a much more focused and like well-designed experience. Aside from combat issues. But if I'm just excluding the combat of both games and looking at everything but the combat, just not even including them because they both have bad combat in my opinion, I think I do prefer 6. I think 6 has a better main story. I think 6 has better sub-stories. 7 had better side stories, Like Dragon Cart and the business one were both way better than 6's side stories. It's weird. It's like a mixed bag, but overall, I think I enjoyed 6 more. And I think 6 is generally like more polished than 7 was. More focused.
Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you.
I didn't mean to do that. I believe you.
Missile evaded.
Polished in what sense? It's paced better. It had higher production value throughout the entire game. Shorter game, definitely, like by a long shot, but they were able to put more into like every bit of Yakuza 6 than they were into 7. It's like even down to the environment thing. I mentioned that in the 7 video. Like Yokohama doesn't look that great, like as a map in 7. And you compare it to like Judgment's Kamurocho, which was literally 1 year beforehand. Judgment's Kamurocho even blows Yakuza 7's Kamurocho out of the water in terms of visuals, which is weird. Like there's so much more detail and just refinement everywhere.
Now they're tracking you on radar.
Like I think Yakuza 7 in general seems to have struggled a lot with like, they put so much in that they weren't really able to polish up everything. Like everything feels kind of rough draft in Yakuza 7 to me. It feels like a game that could have used another year, genuinely. And like it's impressive that they made as much as they did in the time that they did. But it definitely could have used an extra year. You play VF5 and 7? No, I saw it in the arcades, but I played it in Judgment. And what's it? It was in Judgment and it was in Kiwami 2, right, chat? Or no? Yeah. Because VF5, Yakuza 7 was the 3rd game that it appeared in, I think. Unless I'm mistaken. Kiwami 2 at least had VF2, because they've had VF2 in the series, like,
Alpha 1.
I think since Yakuza 5. They've had VF2 in, like, every game. I'm trying to remember. Chat, help. Was VF5 and Kiwami 2 as an arcade machine, or was it only VF2?
All aircraft return to base. Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
I think Kiwami 2 had a different... Yeah, I think it was VF2 still. But yeah, it was in Judgment. VF5. I think 6 in general, though, like, really, I can't think of a better way to put it other than, like, it just feels a lot less refined in general. K2 had VF 2.1. Okay. And I think, genuinely, Yakuza 6... just had more sauce. Professional way of putting it, I know. Like, I think 6 just was a game that consistently felt saucier. Again, combat aside. Well, no. 7's side stories. Aside from Part-Time Hero. Part-Time Hero, I wasn't too hard on it because it's one of 3 side stories available in the game. But that might be the worst side story since they introduced side stories, to be real. Part-Time Hero was lame as fuck. I don't know why it was like a whole fucking side story for something that really could have just been like a little app on your phone. That's really all it is. I don't know why they put it into the proper like side story category. Way more cinematic than 7, or maybe just felt that way because of the faster pacing. Pacing was so much better. 6 had great pacing. That's something that I always forget to bring up. Yakuza 6 has really good pacing.
I'm about to send you an objective point on radar.
And I also didn't mention it because if I start nitpicking story details and stuff in the Yakuza videos, they'll genuinely be twice as long and like not even in a fun way. Like I did a little bit at the start of the Yakuza series. I had some like story wackiness sections where I just talked about like what the fuck are they doing? But people didn't really enjoy those sections and they just started to grow bigger and bigger as the series went on and got crazier, so I started just not doing it. But Han Jungi in Yakuza 7, sorry, now that you have me thinking about 6's main story, why? Just why? Like, I like Han Jungi. I do. He's great, but why? He is such an ass-pull of a character to be there. And them retroactively writing in that he had a body double that was more than a body double. It was just a complete human duplicate that existed but was never around and never doing his job and was never mentioned before. Like, it really does come off as just like, oh fuck, we killed off this really cool antagonist that we actually want to keep around. Like, I don't understand why they were so desperate to get Han Jungi back that they came up with like the dumbest fucking reason for him to be there. It is so stupid that he's even there. And like, he's a fun character, but just what? What? Why? Body doubles are supposed to be secret? Yeah, they're also supposed to like actually do their job. And like be present for any of the multiple times in the prior game's story that he was in danger. Like, that's kind of his job, is when the guy puts himself into a dangerous position or ends up in a dangerous position, whatever, he's supposed to take his place. He never did. He was never there in Yakuza 6. And then they retroactively write him in and are just like, oh yeah, and he just wasn't there when he was needed. But he was always around in the background, trust us. He was always around. He just wasn't there any of the times that he should have been there. He dedicated his entire life and existence. He threw away his entire life that he lived up to that point for this role. But then he didn't actually fill that role ever. He just couldn't be bothered. You didn't see him all those times in 6? It's so stupid. It's so actually stupid. Bum Jungi. It's incredibly dumb. Like, Yakuza dumb. Every game has something like this that they just randomly throw in there. That's like, what? Like, also in Yakuza 7. I didn't want to bring it up. People in the comments already did, even though I didn't go there, which is funny. But why the bartender? Body doubles all the way down. I will simply just say the bartender. Why?
Move on to another airspace.
Legitimately, why? Because at first you're just like, oh my god, it looks a lot like him.
Great. Continue on with the mission.
But, you know, it must not be. He's dead.
Forces within
Like, he's
operating
super
airspace
dead.
have been eliminated.
But then they drop, like, the most non-subtle, not beating around the bush at all hints in, like, the little bar chats with your party members about him. Like, they just throw in these things that are like, oh yeah, it is him. Like, it actually is. You're not dumb. You're not crazy. It just is. Yeah, that's him. Like, what is the purpose of him being there? What does him being there add to the story in any way, shape, or form? Legitimately, it's
Enemy forces are hanging on by a thread. Almost done here. Special weapons running low. All special weapons used. Stage complete. All aircraft return to base.
a certain side quest in 7 for another character turning up. No.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy. Enemy forces are approaching the city. Intercept.
Anyway, Gears Redux is pretty cool. Started up a server and it filled within 5 minutes. Gears 1 filling lobbies in 5 minutes is crazy. If only the Xbox version was like that so I could actually get mysteriously achievement. The leader of the Chinese mafia.
ESM is active.
Why? Why? Well, my thing with all three of those, genuinely, is like, these are people who were definitively dead. Like, completely dead, right? And then just, for some reason, they wanted them back, and they don't really need to bring them back. Like, they don't, nothing is added from those characters returning that they couldn't have just, like, or sorry, they don't accomplish anything by bringing those characters back that they couldn't have accomplished by simply just making a new character, is what I'm trying to say. Like, Han Joon-gi in Yakuza 7 could have just been any other, like, Korean hitman. It wouldn't have mattered. He would have been the same character. Genuinely. Like, aside from the little moment of like, oh my god, is that the guy? It would have been the same character. Like, nothing would have changed. The bartender, literally, like, at no point ever does, like, something come up, or does he add any value by being that character that he wouldn't have brought by simply just being a random bartender. Then there's the inverse where Nick could have easily been Akiyama and it would have been better, probably. Okay, I did find this during research. Apparently, he was supposed to be Akiyama. But I think they couldn't get his actor. Yes, that's right. His actor was too booked at the time, so they couldn't get him. And apparently they wanted Akiyama to be there because Akiyama was always supposed to be there, like in RGG Online's old ass version of the story. But Akiyama's actor was just busy. He was too busy to fit in a Yakuza game at the time. So they had to just make a new character. Kiwami 7 retcon. Or, you know, even though like the original intent was for him to be Akiyama, if they did do like a remake of 7 and they did just have Akiyama take his spot in the story, people would still be upset and be like, I loved Nick. Nick was the best. He was like the GOAT. We don't want Akiyama because I swear, like, I shit you not, you guys. Okay, this is a rant. This is a rant that we're about to go on, okay? Halo Studios posted like a little 45-second promotional video yesterday on Twitter where they were showing off like some comparisons of the old cutscenes to the new cutscenes. And like the cinematography and some of the choreography and stuff has changed in the new cutscenes, right? And they're doing like dev interviews saying like, yeah, the old storyboards for Halo CE from Bungie, like pre-production, were incredible, but they couldn't actually make those scenes happen in engine because of the hardware they were on. So they had to settle with making what the cutscenes all ultimately ended up being, which were very like rough, stilted, very stripped back versions of what they wanted to do with each of those scenes. But with Halo Campaign Evolved, we have amazing technology now. So we can actually make the storyboards that Bungie originally planned. And the cutscenes can shine the way that the creators had always intended for them to. And people in the replies were pissed about them like changing the choreography and the way that Master Chief walks into a room. Because they're like, this isn't the way it was in Halo CE. Why are you changing it? Why would you change it? And I'm like, dude, how cool is it that like not only can they make the game feel much more cinematic and make the presentation that much cooler, but like on top of that, it's what the original story writers had always wanted these cutscenes to look like. Like literally, they are just following old storyboards from like the late 90s when they were initially planning out Halo. But yeah, like people cannot accept any changes in games sometimes. And it's crazy. Like, people will literally bitch about anything. Because I watched that little promotional video and I'm like, that's so fucking cool. And then people in the replies on Twitter were just like, why would you change it? It was amazing as it was perfect. Why would you change it? And like one of the comparisons they did was literally like, you know that bit in Silent Cartographer where Chief walks into that big open like vertical like cavern? I don't really know how to describe it. That bit where he steps out on the ledge and like kicks the rock down, right? They showed that as a comparison where like they had the original scene where he kind of like waddles in awkwardly and does the little rock kick. And then they showed some of the original storyboards where they had Chief like looking around with his flashlight and his rifle and everything. And then he like holsters his rifle to really get like a good look. And then they showed in the new Campaign Evolved how they've actually translated that storyboard to the new scene. And people were complaining about it. And I'm just like, what? This is like the coolest shit ever. What do you... Like, I'm a Halo fan since I was a fucking goo goo gaga baby. And to me, this is the coolest fucking thing ever. Like, that's exactly what I would want. I want to see, like, how Bungie had always envisioned the story. Rather than, like, the compromise they had to make, given the technology, just with fancier graphics. To be fair, 3 days ago you said Redux was too much of a change. I was talking about the Horde mode stuff with them adding Gears 2. And I said it on stream when we were talking about that as well. Because my thing was like, why would I be excited about a Gears 1 Horde mode that is just Gears 2 Horde mode when I already have Gears 2 Horde mode? Like, and now that it's actually out and I know that there's both, like there is a Gears 1 like classic style Horde mode that they've made totally from scratch, and there's the extra Gears 2 assets one. It's different. I'm pretty much always going to play the Gears 1 style Horde mode, because if I wanted to play Gears 2 Horde mode, I would go play Gears 2. What's the point of playing it in Gears 1? There's not a point. Like, why would I do that? It was what I was saying with, what's it? Gears Redux. Because for me, the Horde mode thing was the main reason of downloading it. That was like the main appeal, was them putting Horde into Gears 1. The frame rate and like FOV and alternate and all that is also great. But like, that was the one piece of like new content that had me like, dude, I gotta watch that, or I gotta play that. But then when all they were showing was like, you know, Gears 1 maps, and it was Horde mode, but it was like people using Gears 2 weapons against Gears 2 enemies in Gears 1 maps. I was like, but if I want a Gears 1 Horde mode, like I want to play a Gears 1 Horde mode. Not the general online accessibility. Xbox Live just works. Like, it's great. Oh, no. Oh, what have I done? The accessibility is good, but, like, it's not like you couldn't just boot up Gears 1 and search for a match. It's just that there's less players on it. Like, I was just excited for the one piece of new content. Is Dead on Gears 1? Yeah, but it's like, if there were a reason for people to get on and play Gears 1 together, they would do it. Like, the only reason that it's populated on Redux right now is just because people are excited about it.
Shut down.
Holy fuck.
Keep flying at a low altitude.
That hurts.
That airspace is dangerous.
Hello, Aben. Y'all see the bisexual lighting on the GTA 6 cover art? I did.
The enemy.
They're trying to make my kids gay with their purple color.
Missile was evaded. Alpha 1, ESM is active. Alpha patrolling the combat zone to help out.
Nap time. Why are your kids playing GTA 6? I played GTA as a kid. I turned out fine.
Alright.
False also played GTA as a kid, and look at her, she turned out fine too.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Clearly. Obviously.
Keep flying at a low altitude. That airspace is dangerous.
I just realized I'm on a team with
Alpha
Valentine.
1, ESM is active. Alpha 2 should
Oh no. I was like, man, a lot of points are going to my team, and then I saw it's Valentine.
missile evaded. Warning, incoming missile. Box 2. Missile missed.
I was gonna say, no way he's making turns like that on this map and he's gonna survive. I was very impressed. But it was only a matter of time.
Keep flying at a low altitude.
Can't wait for GTA 6 to be in the news. Oh yeah. It will be.
Alpha 2 to launch.
Wait.
ESM is active.
To be fair, when I say that False and I both played GTA as kids, we both played like GTA 3 and San Andreas. So, like, a little different, but like, at least back then, video games were like so fake looking and cartoony that even as a kid, you could be like going around just blasting off against any innocents you find on the streets, and it still wouldn't really like feel real in any way. It is maybe a little different. Maybe. Like, you compare rampaging in GTA 3 to GTA 5, even, it's a pretty stark difference. Final Fantasy X looked pretty real to me. Final Fantasy X looked pretty fucking good. The pre-rendered stuff, especially. Those old Final Fantasy games, their pre-rendered stuff was always really good. Well, parts of Final Fantasy IX look weird. The pre-rendered style in 9 is weird to me. It looks super, like, plasticky to me. But 10 looked good. 10 looked very good.
Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you. Keep flying at a low altitude. That airspace is dangerous. Missile strike confirmed.
You've been playing 9? Not yet. But I've seen False play like the first couple hours of it. And the pre-rendered stuff looks very uncanny to me. It's very like plasticky, and uncanny is the best word. It's very uncanny. With the weapons cheats and just go kill people. Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. I didn't have it on PC, I had it on PS2. So I couldn't use the cheats, but like I would go to like the secret AK pickup. Pick that up real quick. No matter how many times I died. Go yoink that thing. Go to town. Also, I'm throwing.
Engage the enemy. Keep flying at a low altitude. That airspace is dangerous. Missile was evaded.
I always think that like flying Nosferatu with ECMP will be fun. And it is when you use it right. But it's not very good. It's kind of terrible. And in point scaling modes, you kind of get screwed with it.
Alpha 2's been shot down. Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you.
Didn't have cheats. It had like cheat codes, but I didn't know them.
You're leaving combat airspace. Turn back immediately. Keep flying at a low altitude. That airspace is dangerous.
I'm flying the wrong way. I didn't even realize. I thought I was flying back towards Valentine.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Oh no, I'm throwing.
Missile was evaded. Alpha 2's been shot down. Keep flying at a low altitude. That airspace is dangerous. Warning, incoming missile. Careful now, they're tracking you on radar. Missile missed. Box 2.
The amount of crashes on this map. Such a brutal map.
Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you. Target hit.
My God. Thank you, Val. Oh,
Shot
shit.
down. Alpha 2 crashed.
Okay. Okay.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
We're holding point advantage again. Don't die. I'm just feeding them. I'm sorry. I let them shoot me down way too many times while flying the most valuable plane in the game.
Alpha 1, ESM is active. Missile struck target. Alpha patrolling the combat zone to help out our aircraft.
Like I said, I always think ECMP in this thing sounds like a fun thing to change it up with. And it's kind of terrible, because you only really get to use it once. Its regen time is so slow.
Alpha 2's been shot down. Keep flying at a low altitude. That airspace is dangerous. Missile strike confirmed. Missile missed. Warning, incoming missile. You're leaving combat airspace. Turn back immediately. Stage complete. All
I did it.
aircraft return to base.
I did it.
Alpha 1, engage.
Lame it out? No, dude, I went in there. I started flying around with the the ECMP on. I got 0 points. All right, boys, that win was earned. Put that on the progress. Mark that one as a win. Easy game, am I right? Am I right? I did not get a single kill. I got a lot of hits though. You know, a lot of assists. Yeah, I was just setting up Valentine for a big scoring game, you know? That's all. Easy.
Get the.
Dude, all by yourself, too. We're playing multiplayer, though, so no difficulty. Run it back. Oh, I put us into BR. I'm gonna F2 it up again. The pacifist run. To be fair, the weapon that I took is the one that, what's that? Instead of actually being a weapon, it just jams any missiles trying to lock onto you for like a few seconds. It sounds like a fun thing to change it up with. It's not. It's kind of terrible. And every time I run it, I'm reminded that it's kind of terrible. Oh yeah, I must have hit Stack Overflow, you're right. I scored so highly that the game couldn't handle that high of a number and it went back to 0. And I just didn't get any kills beyond that. You're right. You're right. ECMP was too good. Just way too good. Progress is being made, boys. It's happening. It's so nice to be in the 60s. Like, being in the 50% range felt good. But being in the 60% range feels even better.
Inbound cruise missile.
It's like, now there's real progress being made. Like, we're more than halfway, like, by a good margin, right? You really start to feel it at 60.
Fired.
You bitch! I was targeting him. Ow.
Shut down.
Shit. I was hoping to trade with them by doing a stall maneuver in an F2.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Viable strategy, I swear. Wonder what would have happened if Valentine was in that AC event. It was a, what's that? If you mean the competition, it was a PvE, like, score challenge. Which I was saying to, I think it was Patrick, one of the employees who set the whole thing up from Bandai Namco. I was telling him, I'm like, yeah, PvE was definitely the way to go, considering, like, only 3 of us at the event today have played Ace Combat before. Like, this was the way to do it. PvE score challenge, rather than putting us into multiplayer, was the move.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Chat, I would like you all to know that I just bumped my Xbox with my foot and happened to bump the disc eject. My Ace Combat 6 disc is hanging out of my Xbox right now, and I don't want to put it back in mid-game because I feel like it might restart my game. But I guess because everything gets loaded digitally on the newer Xboxes anyway, it didn't close the game. So we're good, seemingly, I think. But that scared the shit out of me. I heard that sound. I'm like, isn't that the disc sound? And I look down and the disc is just hanging out. I think it will restart my game when I put it in. Like, the disk drive will spin up and be like, oh, Ace Combat 6, and it will, like, close and launch. Yeah, the back compat has to install the game to your system, which is kind of annoying. It saved our game here.
Inbound cruise missile. We have radar lock on.
Fuck.
Warning, incoming missile. Shut down.
Damn it. Just want to check that extracts thing.
Engage the enemy.
I don't remember having infinite extracts. I probably would have used them more if I did. I definitely would have used them more if I did. If Valentine is close to winning, put your disc in. Yeah, about that.
Fired. We have radar lock on.
Oh. That first shot was so dirty.
Enemy plane down. Shut down.
No. Only like 3 or 4 types and they had a cooldown. It's so weird.
Inbound cruise missile.
I definitely remember running out and being like, yeah, I'm never gonna bother to make one of these again. fact that it's still letting you play too. I'm shocked that my disc is legitimately hanging out of my Xbox right now and it's still just, it runs. I guess because like it only checks to see if the disc is in when you boot up the game. You know, I've been playing for like an hour and a half, so my Xbox is just kind of like, yeah, he's got the game, definitely. Pass the verification. Ow.
Missile was evaded. Shut down.
Yeah, it definitely does just check the license because you have to download it. That's funny as fuck.
Engage the enemy.
Just look down and see it. I'm like, is my game still going? Where the fuck are those two? Oh, there they are. Why is Hazriel pinging me that he has Jack Daniels in Judgment?
Radar lock. Fire. Shut down. Enemy
Let's go. Look at everything else. Yeah, I didn't have the infinites like that.
engage the enemy.
I did not have those. So I don't know what the thing is that gets you those. It might be a setting in like the game somewhere. I don't know. Did you know YouTube has a message system now? Yeah, I've had it for a bit. It's so silly. Like, bro, why would I send it directly to people on YouTube if I'm sending them a video? If I'm sending someone a YouTube video, I'm probably sending them something specific.
Warning, incoming missile. Shut down.
Damn it! Did you check the mailbox at least once during your playthrough? Yeah.
Aircraft return to base.
I checked my mailbox like a few times a chapter.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Is it maybe like, are there certain completion things that give you the infinite ones? Maybe? It didn't close my game. Putting the disc back in. We're fine. Should probably siege. Oh, wrong skin. Oh, no, it did. It did do it. I knew it. It did close my game. Oh, for fuck's sake. My wonky disk drive. Great. Not making any noise. Not making any noise. Not making any noise. Bro, my Xbox One is so... It'll spin up one of these times. It will. It's weird. I don't know why it started doing this, but it will. It needs rest. It does. God damn it. I shouldn't have put it back in. Oh. It spun, but that's not the sound it should make. Let's check it. Yikes. The fuck was that sound? My disc is fine. It was a scary sound. It was like... Fuck's sake. Oh. No? Maybe? No. It's louder than that. It did make a little noise. It sounded similar, but it wasn't... I know what I'm listening for. Did I restart my Xbox the last time this happened? I don't remember. Or did I thought I just brute forced it, taking it in and out, and eventually it actually spun. You brute forced it? I thought so. Okay, I've got some troubleshooting coming up. He's Googling it. I am Googling it. Oh. It's reading. It's reading this time. I hear it. It's working. Yeah. You just gotta do it like 20-ish times. And then it goes. Nice. My Xbox One is totally fine. It's not an old man at the end of his life. He's still young and spry. He's at his peak right now, actually. His physical peak. Yeah. My boy's in rough shape. All right, siege battle time once we eventually load back in.
I walk on.
How old is the X-Bone now anyway? 13? Yeah. And this is a launch. This is like a launch period Xbox One. Like, I got this when the Xbox One came out, so. This is like a 13-year-old Xbox One. He's seen better days, certainly. But he's still putting in the work. My PS4 feels like it's in rough shape, too. Are X-Bones as loud as PS4s? No. No. Certainly not. Much quieter. Didn't they have issues during the launch months? The issues were mostly with the operating system and not really with the hardware. There were a lot of bugs and stuff when the Xbox One first came out, but it was like mostly operating system stuff. Like dashboard things that were like bugged and not working right were the issues at launch. PS4 sounds like Ace Combat in real life. Bro, can you imagine the PS4 playing, what's it? Ace Combat 8? If it could. Will it? No, it won't. I don't think they're releasing on last gen. I fucking hope they're not. It wouldn't work. Did you see the report about DMC5 having its best sales year since launch? In 2019, it sold 2.1 in a year, and in 2025, it was 2.7. I did not see that.
They know exactly what we plan to do. All planes, assume attack formation.
Oh my god. Just say nothing, chat. Just say nothing.
Alpha 2 to launch. Fired. Warning, incoming missile. Careful now, they're tracking you on radar. Hit. Target hit. Alpha 2, Fox 2. Missile evaded. Warning, incoming missile.
Bro, I don't know who is up my ass. But this must be the most obnoxious A10 that's Blade to try to shoot down. The A10 is a menace in this game. I've been saying it since I first played AC6 for reviews even. Like before we were even streaming it, I was always talking about the A10 being an absolute menace in 6. And it really is.
Alpha 2's hit. Enemy down.
Did I just get fucking peppered with a machine gun?
Careful now, they're tracking you on radar. Fox 2.
shit. The DMC5 Switch port is so weird just because they're not like adding anything to the game for it. Because like historically with DMC, they always have like a reason to re-release those games. That's more than just putting it on the Switch. And like that's the entire reason, right? Like when they did the DMC3 release on Switch 1, they added style switching to DMC3. Which is crazy. Oh my, I overshot all of that. Well, I got him to use his flares. You have PSP or Vita? I have neither. I have a bunch of PSP. What's the UMDs? Or sorry, PS3, PSP UMDs that I've pulled together like for channel stuff, but I don't actually have a PSP. I get False has one, but like the battery is bulging out. So, yeah. If you know what that means, probably not gonna be using that one much either.
Operation Alpha complete. Move on to another airspace. Operation Bravo complete. You're doing great. Continue on with the mission. Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you. Alpha 2's hit.
I overshot all of it again.
Missile evaded. Operation Chole
There.
complete. Enemy forces within Operation Airspace have been eliminated.
Double A10 is crazy.
Coordinates have been sent. This is
The fact that it's working too.
Sand kill confirmed.
Oh my god. The whole city just got fucking leveled. All of those targets disappeared. That is fucking crazy.
Enemy forces are hanging on by a thread. We're almost done here. Stage complete. All aircraft return to base.
Pretty good time.
Shut down.
The A10 duo. Did 5 run at 60 FPS on last gen? I assume so, because it is on Switch 2. I'm pretty sure it did. I think so.
Alpha 1, engage
This is
the
grim.
enemy forces are
To be fair,
intercept.
defense is where we're probably gonna have a rough time. In the, what's it? Doubled up A10s. Against you guys running like fighters. Maybe not.
Fired.
But I imagine this is where we're gonna have a bit more of a rough time.
ESM is active.
Worth the shot.
Alpha 2 to launch. We have radar lock on. Fox 2. Missile struck target.
No way. Was that a rocket kill? Wait, did I get a kill? Did one of my rockets kill him? Did I miss it? Or was that, did you get one? I thought all of my rockets missed. No, there's no way one of those hit. I refuse to believe it. Oh, if you got one, okay. It's like there's no way one of those that I shot off at James hit.
Box 2. Missile missed. Missile strike confirmed.
I got a hit there that led to a crash, so I'll count it. Beware the A-10 RCL air-to-air combat. Never underestimate it.
Fired.
Damn it. I was trying to splash damage him, and I predicted him wrong.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Just accidentally blocked someone. I don't even know who I blocked. Oh my god. I'm not even in range.
Alpha 2 launch. Missile missed. We have radar lock on. ESM is active. Missile struck target. Fired.
Okay, maybe A-10s on defense are good too. I don't know. Maybe I underestimated the A-10's prowess on defense. To be honest, you get a little wacky with this RCL and you can do some crazy things.
This is Alpha 2 requesting
All it takes is like a decent idea of your range and like a prediction of where they're going, and you can hit that. It's not a kill, but I got a hit from like 30,000 feet out.
Box 2. Missile struck target.
Your Google block list, wherever that is.
Alpha 1 here. Requesting attack support from all pilots. Not possible.
Not possible.
Alpha 1 here. Requesting attack support from all pilots. Alpha 1, ESM is active. Not possible. Alpha 1 here. Requesting attack support from all pilots. No good.
Can't wait to use this game as a frisbee, he says after getting rocketed again.
Alpha 2, Fox 2.
So James, you gonna be getting on that Ace Combat Online come October?
Enemy kill confirmed.
I think that was machine gun. That could have been a missile too, but I think that was a gun kill. Maybe the A-10 is a monster on defense. Maybe I was just sleeping on it. It seems pretty good at defense, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's just good at everything. Lamau, no. Are you sure? I don't know. It'll be like this, but new and crazy. And with a battle pass. Let's go, battle pass. Battle pass with premium planes locked behind it. Paid battle pass planes. Woo! If you want the paid planes in the single player, you have to buy them in the multiplayer.
BSM is
Woohoo! Limited time paid DLC planes.
Missile missed.
Fuck. Oh, I'm gonna hit the water. Ah, fuck.
Flashed. Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Will I be allowed to grind Battle Pass? What are you asking exactly? What do you mean, will I be allowed to grind Battle Pass?
Alpha 2's been shot down. Fired.
This is probably why there wasn't PvP at that event. Exactly. Yes. And that's why I was saying to a couple of the organizers while I was there that it was a good idea to do like a score rush instead. Because doing this with like a bunch of journalists and press who have never played Ace Combat before, with like me and Ace Combat fan and Oboe in the mix, would have been awful for them. Oh, to help you grind Battle Pass? Probably.
Alpha 1, BSM is active.
I don't know how much I'll really care about the premium Battle Pass stuff beyond the planes. Like, I feel like I kind of have to buy them just to get the planes, which is awful. Like, I hate saying that out loud because that's the entire reason that they put the planes on the premium pass. Like, all the DLC planes, that's why they put them on there. But at the very least, for like the premium pass planes, they're all instant unlock. Like, thank God it's not you have to buy the premium pass and play enough during that limited window to also unlock it. Like, it's already shitty, but at least it's not like actually evil, right? If this was back in the day, this match would have put me off the game entirely. Can't handle the A10.
Shot down.
No hits.
Target hit.
Okay, I got a hit. Starting to feel the weight of my actions. Bro, the A10 on defense is kind of a monster.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
If you actually use the RCL to like just keep them out of one giant area, it's crazy. This thing is a menace. Do we know if they'll go away after some time? We don't like have confirmation of it, but that is like standard battle pass practice, so we're just kind of assuming right now that that's how it will be. Some games don't do it. Like Halo Infinite has all of their battle passes permanent. Marathon actually just recently is also doing that, where like if you play Marathon right now, you can still progress the Season 1 pass. And if you didn't buy it then, you could still buy it now as well. Same thing as with Halo Infinite, I believe. So like some games are starting to pick that up more and more. But currently, like 90% of games with a battle pass, they do go away after the limited time. So we're kind of still just assuming that until they specify one way or the other. Do you think it will be better if they sell the planes for the campaign mode separately? Not necessarily. Like, I don't like having DLC planes in general. I just also don't like that they, are still doing DLC planes pretty much, but doing them like one at a time instead of doing bigger packs and locking them behind the premium battle pass on multiplayer. Because like it's pretty much the same as it was in AC7, but they're pushing you into the FOMO based multiplayer monetization to get the DLC planes, which I don't love. Especially because they're like literally day one of the game being out going to have the Morgan in the game, which is obviously like an iconic fan favorite original plane from Ace Combat Zero. And they're locking it behind like an additional, you know, we don't know how much the battle pass is, but probably $10 purchase. Like literally the day the game comes out. It rubs me the wrong way, for sure. Like, obviously everyone's gonna feel differently about it, but I really dislike that. It may just be variance. We know at least that the launch pass, like they already showed us what it is, and the Morgan straight up is just only available from the premium pass. But the Pixie version is pass exclusive. I would have to go look at the pass again, because I'm pretty sure it's just the Morgan as a whole is locked behind the pass. But it maybe could be that, but I would have to look again just to be 100%. Because if it's just skins, like even if it is something as cool as like Pixie's Morgan skin, I'm not paying for it, frankly. Because you see a Morgan in the deluxe trailer and it isn't Pixie colors. Well, I'm sure they have more than one paint job. Hold on.
Enemy forces are approaching the city. Intercept.
Oh, for fuck. Wrong button. Ace Pass, it was called. And it uploaded. Awesome. Yeah, it doesn't specify, but here. Let me pull this over. Like, they don't really have... What's that? A super specific label on it. But the fact that they have it marked like this, like they literally just have the plain icon for the Morgan and nothing else but just the icon for the plane, like as if you'd see it in the aircraft tree. To me, it definitely looks like that is just the Morgan is the premium pass. To me. Like, I think if it was a skin and not just the plane, it would probably show as like a paint job or something like that, and not just the plain icon as if it would be in the menus, right? I accidentally opened Steam. I don't know. To me, it looks like it's the Morgan. If I were putting money on it, I would say it's just the Morgan is entirely locked behind the pass. And I would imagine, like, even for planes that are on the premium pass, like, yeah, they probably do have multiple paint jobs for them. I would hope so. I would hope that they wouldn't make you pay for like this premium DLC plane on top of the base game and then not have any liveries. Liveries? I think it's livery, isn't it? Isn't that how you're supposed to say it? You know what I mean? We don't have enough information about, and we probably won't know until release. Yeah. Like, we don't know 100% one way or the other, but it definitely looks like if you're just looking at it at face value, there's no indication that it's not just the plane being, a deluxe pass or premium pass, sorry, exclusive. Like it 100% looks that way. I have no reason to think otherwise, is what I'm saying. Yeah, I'll fly the Typhoon. I will. I haven't in a minute, I feel like. Did I fly it today? I feel like I may have flown it today, actually. It feels like I never fly the Typhoon anymore. This is my favorite map for team battle, too. I love this map. Good terrain. The container gimmick is fun.
Ground target destroyed. UAV launched.
Best team battle map.
Alpha 2 to launch. Ground target destroyed. UAV launched. Keep an eye on your 6 o'clock. Jammers reduce our radar efficiency and also interfere with missile fire. Be cautious. ESM is active. Box 2.
Holy jammer. Can't see a fucking thing out here.
Missile missed. We have radar lock on. Box 2. Alpha 2 crashed. Alpha 2 launch. Warning, incoming missile. Missile was evaded. Alpha 2 crashed. Warning, incoming missile. Box
Shit.
2. Alpha 2 crashed. Missile missed.
Yes! Eurofighter, bitch. Bro, how long was that? That was nearly a 5-minute dogfight. That was actually like a 4.5-minute dogfight right there. That's crazy.
Missile struck target. Box 2. Warning, incoming missile. Ground target destroyed. Missile launched.
Batteries died for my controller. Oh no. Glad I didn't block someone here. Why did you think you did if you didn't?
Missile struck target. ESM is active. Ground target destroyed. UAV launched. Ground target destroyed. Missile launched. Box 2. Tracking you on radar. Shut down.
Oh! Okay, nice. Would Armored Core 7 excite you more than Ace Combat 8? I think it probably would,
One, engage the enemy.
but I also think that's just because Armored Core is like... The replayability factor of Armored Core is so much higher than Ace Combat. Like, Armored Core games, I can play like 100 hours of their single players and still want to play more and like do something new. And that's the thing, like every time that I do play, even after playing like 100 hours worth of it, the next time I play it, I can still do something that like I've never done before. Right?
Missile missed.
Like I get so much more out of a new Armored Core game in terms of just like the amount of time that I can put into it and still be having a blast with it. If that makes sense. Looks like AC6 DLC is never happening. Hey man, every presentation, Cleric is still doing watch parties, waiting for that AC6 DLC.
Altitude launch.
Yeah, Armored Core 6 DLC, that is, to clarify. Someday it'll be true. He has his copium watch party every time there's like a big showcase. I love it.
Missile evaded. Altitude, box 2. Target hit. Lock on. Alpha 2's been shot down.
Oh, he is here. Had to be sure. Keeping the dream alive, he really is. I want to rerun because my teammate's controller died.
Missile missed. Ground target destroyed.
I don't think that's why you need the rerun. You haven't even downed the Eurofighter. I think the Typhoon might still be meta. Like, even with the point scaling advantage and everything that the Su-33 brings and the Qualms being better, the Typhoon just can schmoove in this game, man. I got shot down by the SAM right as the match ended, after saying you couldn't bring it down. I thought I downed you once. No, I didn't. Or maybe you did. Maybe you're right. You might have downed me once. That may be true. I thought I was up the whole game, but maybe I feel like I might have gotten shot down one time. That was a team battle. Let's Battle Royale 3. Ooh, nice neck cracks. I have a dream. Now I kind of fuck with them. Jams? On certain things. I don't like jam on many things, but jam is good. Sometimes. Specific situations. I just want anything Armored Core. I would love an AC6 expansion, but I really don't feel like we're getting one at this point. We're going on 3 years. We're just about at 3 years since AC6 came out. So, like, I don't think it's happening. But I would love it if it did. It would be pretty great. Could be standalone. I would assume it would be. I don't know. It's just, whenever they have done standalone, like the longest gap ever was between 5 and Verdict Day, and it was a 2-year gap. Other than that, it's always been like a yearly thing for Armored Core expansions. So I feel like now that we're getting past that 3-year mark, it's like probably just not happening. Right? I would just be happy with more Armored Core at all. But I do think it's kind of a shame that we might end up losing that tradition of the, like, every numbered game getting a standalone expansion, going all the way back to Armored Core 1. What the fuck? Holy quam.
Enemy down.
I'm hot. Greatest Dorito pilot known to man, don't you forget it. I fly a mean Dorito. Come get you some.
Careful now, they're tracking you on radar. Special weapons running low. Enemy plane down. All special weapons used. Warning, incoming missile. Missile struck target.
I'm a fucking menace in the stealth Dorito.
We have radar lock on. Missile missed. Crashed.
Just to make it DLC as opposed to standalone. I mean, they had those capabilities, like, going all the way back to Gen 4. I just genuinely think that Gen 6 isn't getting one at this point. Because even, like, Elden Ring's DLC took less time, you know, from release of base game
Enemy down.
to actually getting released. That was a weird way of phrasing it, but you get what I'm saying. Shadow of the Erd Tree was out by this time relative to Elden Ring's release. And that was like the longest time they ever spent on a DLC. So unless Armored Core 6, which I don't believe this to be true, is getting like more time and resources and polish than Elden Ring, I think it's just not happening. To be totally real, which I hate to say, but like I really don't think it's happening.
Radar lock.
A Night Rain like AC game. I would love an Armored Core roguelike so much. You have no idea. Stealth Rito incoming. It's too fast.
Lock on.
Ooh. I've been hit.
Fired. Enemy plane down.
Valentine, I'm on a generational run here. Get off my ass.
Shut down. Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Will AC8 have B21s?
Chole's rimming.
No, I don't. I didn't see any.
Missile was evaded.
This feels coordinated. Okay. Okay.
Fired.
Wrong button.
Special weapons running low.
Stealth Rito. No one is one with the Stealth Rito like I am.
Stage complete.
I swear,
All
whenever the
aircraft
Stealth
activated.
Dorito gets whipped out, I just win. I don't know if there's something to it,
Engage the enemy.
but it is consistent. I'm weirdly good with this thing. For it being so fucking terrible. Oops, no, I need to save. I don't think they've been fully deployed yet. I don't know. It's not a plane I know much about. You know? Let's Battle Royale again. Now I'm bringing out the big boy. With RCL. Fuck yeah. Love me, RCL. This is a plane I haven't flown in a minute. You love to see it. Good map, too. chat. We're making real progress on the
Alpha 1, engage
AC6.
the enemy.
It's happening. We're not necessarily at the end, but the end, it feels like there's light at the end of the tunnel now that we're in the 60s.
Fired. Radar lock. Missile missed. Missile strike confirmed.
It was a nice attempt, James. I'm just so used to Valentine trying that on me that I was ready for it without even thinking about it. How many hours has this taken? I don't even want to think about it. Actually, I would rather not.
Target hit.
Woo!
Fox 2. Lock on. Missile struck target. Missile missed. Fox 2.
That's gotta be good.
Enemy
Yes.
aircraft down. Warning, incoming missile. Missile struck target. Missile evaded.
Bro, I am the F-16 warrior. I'm feeling this plane too, weirdly. Nice. That was a snipe and a half.
Fired. Shot down.
Damn. Right as I stalled out, he had such a clean shot on me.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
I got a little too aggressive, too hungry for it. Rest of them are in reevaluation stage, but they're not confirmed. I never believed that there were like a fuck ton. I could definitely believe reevaluation. But this is a Jason Schreier report that seems very in line with what I would have thought. I don't always buy into Jason Schreier's reports. He's known to be a bit inconsistent, but that sounds right about what I would have thought. So I'll believe this one.
Was evaded.
It confirms my bias, so of course I will.
We have radar lock on. Shot down.
Ow! I'm kind of regretting taking RCL. I forget that the F-16s is dog shit. I was just like, I was doing great with RCL earlier. Let me run it. Bad idea. Hey, Valentine, could you calm down with the maneuvers? One of those was a perfect shot, actually, so, like, I feel kind of cheated right now. We slow down. Fucking hell! I didn't even see it coming.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy. Fire.
Damn, dude.
Fox 2. Warning, incoming missile. Missile strike.
Huh. Double perfect shot, straight jousts. No kill, only damage. Fuck off. This game sometimes. Like, I get missiles can hit non-vital areas and not do full damage, but like that in a straight joust at like stall speed with double perfect shot, I don't hit vital area, my ass.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy. Warning, incoming missile. We have radar lock on.
Bastard.
Fox 2. Warning, incoming missile. Missile was evaded. Missile struck target. Fox 2.
I've worked so hard for this.
Missile missed. Warning, incoming missile.
Oh,
Missile evaded.
to have it stolen from me. I'm losing track of my buttons.
Fire.
You think Phil and Sarah ran it into the ground, especially with the Activision Blizzard acquisition? I think they did run it into the ground. Well, no, Don Matrick ran it into the ground.
Alpha 1, engage.
Phil and Sarah tried to fix it, but didn't have the right mindset. I think if anything though, the Activision Blizzard acquisition was probably like the smartest thing that came from their era of Xbox.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
I don't know how that could be a mistake that ran them into the ground. I need the achievements too. He's fighting for him. Specials does this have? Literally nothing. I can't decide what I want. Going back on promises and damaging the reputation even more. Yeah. I think, like I said, if anything, probably the smartest move out of their whole tenure was the Activision acquisition. They weren't in the right position for the acquisition. Even if Helix failed, Xbox would still be around, even if... Or they would still be around if they never purchased Activision. Dog, I'll give it to you straight. I am not understanding how that's making sense. Because they bought Activision Blizzard. As in, like, they now own Call of Duty, Overwatch, Candy Crush. Fuck, I could keep going, right? So many titans of the industry, some of the biggest money makers in the industry. They own a bunch of them. And they bought that for like less than Elon bought Twitter for. It's worth an entire console generation. Okay. Black Ops 7 alone, which is the worst selling COD game in a very long time, has averaged $2 billion a quarter. A quarter! A quarter. And that's the worst performer of that one franchise since they acquired them. Don't even get me started on Candy Crush revenue, Overwatch revenue. Chat, help me out. What other big earners? A quarter, yes. Their return on investment has probably already been really good from the Activision Blizzard merger. Or acquisition, not merger. One day, World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft, they do own. And whenever they do expansions for WoW, that is now Microsoft/Xbox revenue. Good thing to bring up. World of Warcraft is now under their umbrella as part of that. Because, like, Call of Duty alone, even if it stayed in the quote-unquote dead state of this year with Black Ops 7, like lowest franchise interest in more than a decade, if it stayed there, off of that purchase alone, they would be in the green within like 5 years. Okay, 7 years. 7 years they would be in the green. 5 was an estimate. 8. 8 is the exact number. It would take 8 years off of Call of Duty at its lowest and only Call of Duty revenue to put them in the green. You factor in everything else. Oh yeah, they own Diablo now. You factor in everything else, realistically, they're within the green in like 2 years or less. And sure, they have to pay upkeep on Activision Blizzard, but like, Activision Blizzard isn't part of what's putting them in the red on their investments. Where exactly did they fumble? Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite is a big one. I don't think they did enough to make Series X competitive in the market. I think they should have gone in on making like the enthusiast console right off the bat. I don't know why they haven't done it even still, like with a Pro console. Although I say that, but then look at how the PS5 Pro sold. So maybe actually they made the right play on Series X. The Series X has still outsold the Pro. It's way below the PS5, but it has still outsold the Pro at the very least. Series S was a mistake. 100%. How much did Infinite cost to develop? We don't know the exact number, but it spent 6 years in development. They built an entire new engine from the ground up for it that they have now already abandoned because it was so difficult to develop within, that after making one game in it and that engine hurting that one game's production so badly, they've already ditched that engine. They're never going to use it again. They spent a lot on Halo Infinite. We don't know how much. That number never became public, but a lot. Like, if you just look at it, they spent a ton on that game. They were deep into development on a story expansion as well for Halo Infinite that just ended up getting scrapped. They never finished it. But like, it was rated by the ESRB and everything, the story expansion for Halo Infinite. We don't really know what happened to it. They just ended up scrapping it. As far as we know, it was pretty far along if it was already getting rated, right? Because that's how we know like the name of it and everything. It was called Halo Infinite The Endless. It got rated by ESRB and everything, and then we never heard of it. It just kind of disappeared. And obviously, if you've played the Halo Infinite campaign, that would have been an expansion following up on the cliffhanger that Infinite's campaign ended with. But it just never happened for whatever reason. I think things like that are the bigger issues of like the Sarah Bond, Phil Spencer era. The player hands wobbling for no reason? Yes. Weird things like that in the engine. Yeah, I would say investing too much into games that don't sell. Which I will say, I don't think the Gears of War $400 million budget is true or even close to true. But the E-Day budget that people are saying, like, oh, they spent like $400 million on this. I don't believe that at all. But if that were true, straight up, as like a lifelong Gears fan who can at least keep it real about the state of the franchise, that would be more money than Gears of War would be worth. If they did spend $400 million on E-Day, E-Day is not going to make that money back, frankly. Unless this is like a generational third-person shooter that actually drives people into the ecosystem because it's so fucking good and like they actually somehow managed to get people into what's it? Get people into like Gears enough to keep them playing through a live service model or something on multiplayer. Like, unless they somehow managed to pull that off, which would take a fucking miracle, that game would not make back $400 million, right? Think eDay can be a console seller? If I'm being totally real, no. But I think if it's good enough, it could be. But Gears does not have that sort of brand power right now. Gears has kind of been in like a legacy franchise kind of state since like Gears 3. Since Judgment. I'll say Judgment. 3 is extreme. Like ever since Judgment, Gears has kind of been that franchise that everyone's like, yeah, those old games were incredible. The new games are okay. Like they're not really that much to get excited about. And it's been like a 15-year gap since people were actually talking about Gears like as if it was a big main selling point for Xbox, right?
Shut down.
Because it hasn't been since like Gears 3.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
And yeah, $400 million they spent on Starfield, but like look at the scope of Starfield. Consider how much larger Bethesda's development team is than the Coalition's. Consider that Bethesda is based in a more expensive city, like headquartered in a more expensive city. Like Starfield cost about that. I have no idea how they could possibly spend that on like a linear shooter campaign with some multiplayer maps and modes and a horde mode.
Stage complete. All aircraft return to base.
Like, I don't see those budgets really, or realistically being comparable. Like, there's no way they could spend the same amount of money unless they were managing their funds very poorly. Like, very poorly. That was a team battle, yes. Should be able to recoup some of its budget if that 400 million figure is true. Okay. Gears of War 5, or sorry, just Gears 5. They didn't call it Gears of War. Gears 5. We don't have official sales numbers, but industry experts have it estimated at about 7 million sales on Xbox and PC, including digital. Global sales. 7 times 6, 42. 7 times 60. I'm dumb. Would be 420. So the last Gears game would barely profit off of if they had done a $400 million budget. They would have achieved, hold on. Oh, wrong way around. I have my calculator up, you just can't see it. They would have achieved a roughly 4% profit margin in 7 years. Like, you have to realize how big a $400 million budget is and be realistic about the fact that Gears of War does not have the brand power to reasonably get those sales within 1 to 2 years to make a return on the budget if it were 400 million. And like James is saying, that supposed budget came from some random guy. Like it genuinely is just a rumor. There's not even a good source behind this, which is why I say that I don't believe it. But if it were true, that would be a disastrous waste of money, in my opinion. 4% of 400 is 20. Roughly. No, is like 16 million. 20 would be 5%. Right? Yeah. Came from Tom Henderson. Tom Henderson is firmly in random guy territory because that guy has had like a 2% success rate on his leaks over the last like 7 years. Anyway, it is about that time. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub, follow, whatever. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing all sorts of other stuff like Metal Gear, Resident Evil, Yakuza, all sorts of stuff. Come back for any of it. Also, if you enjoyed, leave a like. Helps out with algorithm and stuff, so I appreciate it. Thank you if you've done so already. Thank you if you're about to do so. Sorry. Thank you everyone for helping out with the games. We end the day with 64.57% completion. We went up a whole 3% today on the multiplayer grind. So I would say it's a success. Yes, I will not be here again, or I will not be streaming rather until Monday. Remember, I will just not be here. So have a good weekend. I will be back early next week. Thank you for the 2. Where's Kronk?
He ran shot. He ran.
Shot.
Ran.
Why did he freak out over something so simple? Oh my god. Okay. Anyway. Thank you for coming to the stream. I hope to see you always back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day / weekend. Goodbye.